What is up, good people? How you doing? Peace and love. Haven't made a video in about a week, and I want to thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. I'm thrilled and really excited to have my first 100 subscribers, hopefully of many more. We'll see. If not, hey, let's do this on our own. Today, I wanted to make a video about the top 10 benefits in no particular order, just summarizing to me the best 10 benefits of retaining that I've experienced in my 5 years of practice with streaks up to 6 months, and really just going from there. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, number one, you're stronger physically. You feel stronger. You can tell you can lift heavier weights. You feel like you can run a little faster. And one thing I've really noticed is you're not as sore for as long when you work out. It's like your soreness goes away in about half the time, almost like your muscles are recovering quicker. I've really noticed that. Let me know if you guys have noticed that too. All right, my second one is sort of related to the first one, but I feel like you're stronger mentally. So it's almost like your brain recall is much quicker. I can recall words much faster, and I can even remember things in my life that I had forgotten about for years. When I play trivia and when I play Jeopardy or do brain games, I feel like I have an extra quick step in it, and it's almost like this extra advantage that I'm just a split second faster than I am when I'm not retaining. And the longer I retain, I feel that improve, just getting sharper every day. All right, cool. Number three. So this one I've noticed very clearly when I retain, and it's my voice gets deeper. And it usually takes like a month or so, but I just notice like there's just this deeper tone coming from deeper inside of my chest, and beyond even just the deepness of the voice, my voice projects further. When I'm not straining on my voice, it projects out further in a room. I can tell people can hear it easier, react to it easier, and that is a very obvious one. And I can literally feel the difference immediately, from retaining to if I release. I can literally feel my voice losing some of that depth. So that's a very interesting one. Let me know if you guys have felt the same thing. All right, number four. This one kind of is obvious to a lot of people, but it cannot be understated. Your confidence levels rise. Your confidence just goes up and up, and it gets more and more to the point where you just stop really caring a lot about what other people think. So it's not so much that you're cocky and you're becoming this arrogant guy. It's more that you're caring less about what other opinions are. And when you care less about what others' opinions are, you're more free to be yourself. So in that way, the longer you retain, I feel your confidence goes up. You're also more confident to try things that you wouldn't try before. You're more adventurous, and you're able to build on skills better that way, and so that actually builds on to the confidence even more. So I would say more confidence, higher confidence is definitely another benefit. All right, cool. Number five, my sleep has gotten better, and I'm not sure if other people really feel this too when they retain, but I don't need sleep as long. So the sleep is maybe less than an hour or two less than it normally would be, but it's deeper sleep. And I think it has to do with the healing of the body. So if your body has more resources to use to heal, then it doesn't take as long to sleep, and the sleep can be better quality. So I would say deeper sleep, more restful sleep, and dreams. I'm also dreaming more in depth and having these spiritual dreams, psychological dreams that I feel like are really healing me, on a deep level. Sometimes they're not great. Sometimes I have nightmares, but I usually say, hey, if I have a nightmare, maybe it's something deep inside of me that needs to be resolved. And hopefully it's taken some of that and being an outlet for my anxiety, etc. So dreams have definitely been more intense and better sleep. Cool. Number 6, your creativity really starts to just rise out of you. And me, I'm an artist. I mean, I do illustrations. I always have. But when I retain, I'm more easily able to think of things that I wouldn't be able to. Ideas seem to come out of nowhere. You're actually creating, obviously, and this is the creative energy, right? It's the ultimate creative energy. And if you channel that, you can make things easier other ways. I self-published a kid's book a couple of years ago, and I was retaining, and I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have come up with this idea for this alphabet book if I wasn't retaining. And I know that, I know that inside. And I think you're able to build more outwardly when you retain this energy. So creativity is a big one. I think it's an understated one. People don't talk about it enough. But really, essentially, what this is creative energy. And when you take that energy and you conserve it and you build it up, you are spreading that creativity out into the world. All right, number 7. So this is kind of a double-edged sword, but obviously it kind of goes without saying, you have a higher sex drive. And a lot of people go through flat lines when they do this. And you're right, you can go through times where you don't feel, libido, etc. But those are usually temporary. And when you get out through the other side of that, you have really a steady drive, a steady sexual drive. Now, this doesn't mean, you should be lusting after women and, thinking thoughts like that all the time, but you can feel that masculine drive inside of you. And, when it is time to have sex, let's say, perform, you're ready. I mean, forget any ED treatment, forget all that. You don't need that. Your drive is always there. You're ready to go. But when you practice this, when I practice this, I take it and I use it for other things. But, it's not a bad thing if you know how to manage it. So higher sex drive is definitely a benefit. All right, number 8. This is another one that kind of relates to the mental side. And I got to mention it because it's such a strong pillar of this. But it's discipline. And it takes discipline to even get on this path. We all know that. But as you do it, your discipline gets better. You feel it start to leak out into other parts of your life. You start to wake up earlier. You start to work out more. And discipline is the name of the game. It's consistency. And so the discipline really starts to improve when you practice this. And of course, discipline is what makes this work. So, it feeds itself. It's a feedback loop. But the more you practice this, the better your discipline gets, which makes your life better. All right, number 9. So this one, I'm kind of lumping in a couple together. So I'm gonna say health, and energy is a part of that. But your overall health gets better. Throughout my life, I've had chronic ailments. I've had different things that I've dealt with, symptoms I don't understand why they're happening, and all of those things have improved. The longer I retain, the better I retain. And so health can be physical, it can be mental. I mean, it can be so many things. But whatever you're dealing with, the body is going to do better when you're retaining. It's going to have more resources to treat that, to heal that. Your sleep's going to be better. And on the mental side, you're going to be clearer. You're going to have less stress. You're going to be more calm. And, your health is improved from every aspect. Cardio, neurological, immune. I mean, you don't get sick as often. I mean, it is amazing how health can be improved through retaining. And energy is another arm of that. Your energy goes up, the better your health is. You're able to have more energy to do different things. Put it into exercise, whatever you wish. So I would say health, including energy, definitely. All right, last but not least, number 10. So number 10 is one that I don't hear talked about too often. It's definitely mentioned sometimes, but the more you retain, you start to see more and more of these, and these are really cool. and it's something I never really got into too much until I started practicing this, but synchronicities. Okay, what do I mean by synchronicities? I mean, you've been thinking about something for a while. Maybe are looking for a new job, or maybe, a new computer, something like that. And instead of really trying, instead of stressing yourself out, things sort of manifest in a way that where it almost feels like it just kind of comes to you. And maybe there's a timing aspect. I had been looking for a new laptop a couple weeks ago, and I just happened to have a friend who just randomly, I mentioned it to, and they had an extra laptop that they were going to throw out that day. And so, little things like that, I ended up getting it. Things like that are just great synchronicities. Like, what are the odds I got it right before he threw it out that day? Also, seeing numbers, patterns, seeing license plate numbers that have triple digits or quadruple digits, or having coincidences happen to you throughout the day that are just wild, where somebody randomly gifts you something, or you cross paths with somebody. Little things that are can only happen, at very odd times. Synchronicities are sort of when life gives you a little gift, and it's almost like it was saying, hey, you're doing the right thing, you're on the right path, keep going. And that's something I've noticed again and again, as I've practiced this. And it's just the universe and, maybe in my opinion, God just saying, hey, like, you're doing good, good job. And it's a beautiful thing. And when you're in that flow state, these happen daily. I mean, you get daily synchronicities multiple times a day. And you feel it. You feel like you're playing in this game of life, and you're thriving. And man, it's one of my favorite benefits for sure. So, hey, that's my 10 top benefits. Let me know what you guys think, what I missed, what you liked. I hope you guys are continuing on the path and thriving and making life better for yourself and for your loved ones. And, I'm just so happy to be on this journey with you guys. So peace and love. Hope you enjoyed this. More videos coming soon on all things. And hey, have a good night. Talk to you soon. Peace.